Greetings, gamers! It's John of Video Games in the World. Welcome to the new series, World of Timelines. This is a series that focuses on the timelines of many of your favorite video game series and not so beloved ones as well. Today's episode is the timeline of Resident Evil, which won over The Legend of Zelda. Yay! The Resident Evil series has been around since 1996 and redefined the horror genre in video games by introducing the survival horror genre. Resident Evil is inspired by the stories of Sweet Home and the Living Dead series by the late George A. Romero, and has various horror movie references such as The Shining, The Crazies, and so many more. This series has 30 games, or 60 if you count pachinko and mobile games, but screw them anyway. This game also spawned novels, movies, comic books, and tons of merchandise as well. In this episode, we will explore the timeline of the series and each of their events, excluding the non-canon games. So before we begin, there will be spoilers, you've been warned. Pre-Resident Evil, Mother Miranda. Before Umbrella, Wolf Pharma, and Trisol existed, we must head back to the time of Mother Miranda. In the early 20th century, Mother Miranda is living a peaceful life with her daughter Eva in Eastern Europe. But then, in 1919, the Spanish flu pandemic whipped to her community and killed so many of her people, including her beloved daughter. The death of Eva sent Mother Miranda into a downward spiral and heads down into a cave beneath the village to find death and be with her daughter. But what she finds down there is a mold called the megamycete, a genus of fungus-like organism that assimilates the DNA of animals, allowing it to consume and replace its host, much like that alien from The Thing. This mold gifted her with regenerative abilities, and with its newfound power and knowledge, she sought to resurrect her daughter. Mother Miranda continues to experiment with the megamycete for decades and creates a parasite known as Kadu. In 1951, a young British student has stumbled upon her research after getting lost on a hiking expedition. This man turned out to be none other than the aristocrat and scheming scientist Oswell E. Spencer. Spencer became fascinated with Mother Miranda's research, which inspired him to create a virus that could extend human life, but bring the world to the brink of annihilation. He found a symbol representing the sigil of the four houses as inspiration for a logo that resembles an umbrella. A logo that becomes a symbol of fear and global destruction in the years to come. The origin of Umbrella Inc. The 1960s, a time of great change with historical events such as civil rights marches, the moon landing, and the Beatles changing the way we lived. In 1962, Spencer has architect George Trevor design a mansion and research laboratory in Arklay Mountains in the Midwestern United States. When Trevor finishes his masterpiece of a mansion with evil secrets in 1967, Spencer invites the Trevor family to stay there, permanently. 1 year before that creepy mansion was complete, Spencer joined with fellow aristocrat Edward Ashford and Dr. James Marcus to find a rare mythical flower that could extend human life. Opportunity rose as Dr. Marcus developed a hypothesis about a mythical West African flower called Stairway of the Sun, had viral properties that bestowed powers through a viral mutagenic infection. The virus was called Progenitor. It was in the Kijuju region and used by the Indapaya tribe in rituals. If a young boy survived the viral properties of the flowers, then he will become the tribal chief. In a trip to the Indapaya tribal lands, the fabled flower was discovered in an underground garden and a virus discovered within it. However, flowers cultivated in the United States failed to replicate the virus, requiring significant funding beyond their aristocratic links to bring about their eugenics dream. Spencer formed Umbrella Pharmaceuticals on behalf of Ashford and an indifferent Marcus and established a base in the Indapaya Garden so progenitor samples can be transported over the Atlantic instead. The Umbrella Corporation was seen by the public as a pharmaceutical company, but the company was used as a front for the creation of bioorganic weapons, better known as BOW or BOW, for military purposes. Requiring more money, the three agreed to a plan later known as the Tyrant Virus Project, where they would independently develop strains of progenitor to sell to the US military as a weapon. Edward Ashford would build an Umbrella research facility in the Antarctic, where the Code Veronica project would take place. While trying to experiment the progenitor virus onto himself, Edward Ashford died, although his death was believed to be masterminded by the power-hungry Spencer. Edward Ashford's death will be the beginning of the downfall of the once great reputation of the aristocratic family when his son, Alexander, succeeded him. Alexander Ashford became the new head of the Antarctic facility, but his rank was low due to not being a virologist, but a geneticist. Desperate to restore the glory of the Ashford family, Alexander will create twin children using the genes of the Ashford family matriarch, Veronica. These twins will be named Alfred and Alexia. Meanwhile, in the Arklay Mountains, Spencer took control of the Umbrella facilities and continued his research in the Trevor Mansion, while Dr. Marcus became the head of the newly built Umbrella training facility, which was used to train new interns and scientists.